Okay, so I want to walk through again how to make a really great topic sentence claim so that you can have a really good guide for the rest of your associative voice analysis. So, if I gave you a very small passage to read, you would look for type, evidence, associations, and patterns in. Here's the prompt. It says, read the following passage from Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Analyze how Dickens represents the character, look at that, the character of Ebenezer Scrooge in the following passage. So right away, I'm emphasizing my focus on Scrooge. So the passage says this: the door of Scrooge's counting house was open, that he might keep his eye upon his clerk, who in a dismal little cell beyond, a sort of tank, was copying letters. So I'm going to stop and look at the very first sentence here and see what I find. For me, I really like that image of him keeping his eye upon his clerk. So I'd write it right here, keeping an eye upon his clerk. And then I would write all my associations with that. Well, gosh, if you're keeping your eye on someone, it's very full of mistrust and control, manipulation, prejudice. It's very calculating, full of worry or fear. And I'm going to kind of keep going on. What else did I like in there? Well, I really like the fact that it said the clerk works in a cell and that it was a sort of tank, almost like a prison tank. They used to throw prisoners in the drunk tank, let them cool off for a while. So that gives that synonymous idea. The word choice of cell and tank really builds that image of a prison, isolation, confinement. He's being ordered around, he's being controlled and belittled. And that as much speaks to Scrooge's character, how his clerk is, than anything directly related to Scrooge. So I'm going to write those words down. And already I can tell that I've got something going on here, right? Oh, I'm kind of feeling like I've got this sense of control already being built. So I might make a mental note anywhere I want to in that. I might say the repetition of controlling nature of Scrooge, right? And then I'm going to keep reading. And I might say something like, Scrooge had a very small fire, but the clerk's fire was so very much smaller that it looked like one coal. Look at the juxtaposition between a very small fire and so very much smaller. That's a real emphasis right there. So, I even said juxtaposition. I'm going to make note that I saw a juxtaposition here. And I might write this: the emphasis in the comparison of how they keep warm. The boss only gives himself something small. He's miserly, he's cheap. And he keeps those beneath him, his clerk, with an even smaller fire. That's controlling and meanness and stinginess and miserly and uncaring, lack of connection or care with other people. So once again, I'm finding more ways to talk about control. And I'm talking about the juxtaposition with him being stingy and even stingier with those around him. And then I'm going to keep reading. He couldn't replenish it, for Scrooge kept the coal box in his own room. Oh, stop right there. Keeping a coal box in your own room, that's a detail. Where the coal box is located is a fact. But that detail tells me control and superiority and miserly. He's got airs of importance. The fact that you can't go and get the coal to warm yourself in cold England in the wintertime really means that he likes to have that sense of ownership to things. So there's really a repeating, I don't know why that turned green. A repeating sense of ownership to this. So surely as the clerk came in with a shovel, the master predicted it would be necessary for them to part, like the clerk and a shovel would be to part. And the fact that he says master, oh my gosh, that term master, that is a specific choice of diction, right? Master means all the same things I've been talking about. There's a sense of control there. There's a sense of ownership there, domination, superiority. So again, I'm really finding these pieces of control that I'm going to want to talk about. And obviously, if I keep finding it, that's going to be my dominant abstraction in my topic sentence. So eventually, I'm going to want to put in this controlling idea with the patterns and some kind of evidence. I'm not going to use the quoted stuff. I'm going to save that for my body part. But I am going to talk about Scrooge against his clerk. So I might end up writing this. The controlling mistrust. Okay, start with my repeating ideas. Controlling mistrust of Scrooge is evident in the imagery of miserly actions. Again, I go back up here and I'm like, what other word do I like? Man, I really kept talking about being a miser. I might want to put that word miser in there somewhere. He performs against his lone clerk. And then, why does that matter? Suggesting that he keeps both a tight fist with his money and his emotional connections with others. If I just stopped right here, I've just told you what I see and how it makes me feel. I have to tell you what I think, why that matters. Why does it matter that Scrooge is mistrusting? Well, it suggests about his character that he keeps a tight fist with money and a tight fist with his connection with others. That's going to be important to notice later on. So this would be my topic sentence. And then I would use all this evidence to explain how I came up with this association and why that matters. Okay? Good luck to you.